we got to start with one of the greatest, most compelling endings to the NFL season I think we've ever seen. Last night, Sunday Night Football, Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Holy cow. That was amazing. And so we'll start there, and I'll bring Jay Skapanik and Steve Kim into the conversation, and we'll start unpacking NFL truths. But we'll start with that amazing game last night, and then we'll just start unpacking NFL truths, get these guys' reaction to it. Me and Steve will end the show talking a little college football. But thank you so much for rejoining us and the Fearless Army and the Fearless Movement in 2026. Hope you brought in the new year with a bang. Hope you're planning to be a new man in the new year or a new woman. But we have a fantastic show. First thing I need you to do, if you're listening over Apple's, hit that 5-star rating. The second thing I need to remind you guys to do here at the start of 2026. 2026. Did I say 2026? I think I said 2026. I said it right. Anyway, first thing I need to ask you to do, go to fearlessmission.com. Let's start the new year off right. If you guys want to help me make a difference, I need you to go to fearlessmission.com, use my promo code FEARLESS, and sign up for a Blaze TV subscription. And I'm talking to many of you that are like, man, I'm here for the sports. I really don't want the politics. It's difficult to separate that. I get it. But if you want to support what I'm doing here, promoting an honest discussion of the sports world, promoting an honest discussion of just the world in general, you got to make some sacrifices. You got to do some things that make you a bit uncomfortable. I know that my brand is sports, but I need you guys on board fully with us here at Blaze and Blaze TV. So I need you to go to fearlessmission.com, become a subscriber. You can use the promo code FEARLESS and save $20. Do that right now. All right, let's get into today's show before I bring Steve Kim and Scap into the conversation. I just want to set the table for what transpired last night. I'm calling last night's Baltimore-Pittsburgh game the greatest ending to a television season since Vince Mackey and The Shield ended, 15, 20 years ago. Did you guys ever see the show The Shield? It's one of my favorite all-time shows, probably in my top 3, alongside The Wire, The Sopranos, and The Shield. Those are probably my top 3 shows. No show had a better ending than The Shield. If you haven't seen The Shield, it's got the greatest series debut. What do they call the series debuts? The pilot episode, greatest pilot episode ever. When the pilot's over, your mouth is wide open. You're like, oh man, Vic Mackey, this dude is gangster. And then when you get to the end, I think 7 seasons. Holy cow! What an incredible ending for The Shield and Vic Mackey. And so I'm analogizing. And Scap will love this. I don't know if he's ever seen The Shield, but I'm analogizing Vic Mackey to Mike Tomlin. Vic Mackey is this guy that cleans up the streets of Los Angeles, but he's corrupt. You hate him. You want him to go away, and you just can't. You can never get him. You can never get Vic Mackey. And so here they get to the end of The Shield, and I'm sorry for blowing the ending for all of you that have never seen The Shield, but it's been out for like 20 years. You should have seen it. Vic Mackey, they think they got him at the end. He's going down. He's going to jail. Mike Tomlin's going down. He's getting fired last night. He's about to lose to the Baltimore Ravens. He's about to miss the playoffs. And the next image you see is Mike Tomlin beating his chest and blowing all of his critics a kiss. That's how Vic Mackey ended The Shield. He they thought they got him. He escapes. He doesn't go to jail. All of his buddies go to jail. And then at the very end, they put him in a little office job or whatever. But Vic grabs his pistol puts it in his back and walks out, and the rest is history. That's Mike Tomlin. Jay Kaepernick, Steve Kim, all the sports world thought, man, we finally got Mike Tomlin. He's out of here. And the next thing you know, the Baltimore Ravens missed the kick. Mike Tomlin survives. Aaron Rodgers has saved Mike Tomlin and the Steelers franchise. But it was that game, and I just want to start there, guys. Welcome in Steve Kim and Jay Kaepernick to the show. I just want to start there. I don't care. Look, the NFL may be scripted and rigged. I didn't care last night. The officiating drove me crazy last night. I didn't care last night. That game last night is why I love sports. It's why I love football. It's why I won't give up. Steve, am I right? Was that as magical and as entertaining as I thought?
Yeah, compelling, enthralling, entertaining, all of it. It's probably, for 50 minutes, I thought it was just a pillow fight, a hard-hitting pillow fight between two mediocre teams. I don't see doing much in the playoffs. But, in terms of Tomlin, I still think, and again, Scap could probably talk about it better than I can as a Steeler fan, they made the playoffs. My question is to Scap, but did you remain in purgatory? Because again, 9 to 10 wins, that's kind of what they do. They make the postseason, but they don't ever really make a run.
Hold for a second, Scap, before you jump in. Steve's throwing you a softball. Steve, could we take a moment and just enjoy the magic of that game before we have to take a dump on Tomlin? I mean, there's very few sporting events that are that compelling, that matter. And Mike Tirico's call of the final 2-3 minutes of that game, of what we saw in terms of the field goal and how he set up the field goal kicker, that was magic, man. Can we not enjoy the moment for a second, Steve?
I enjoyed it. And then we make up and it's Monday and it's a fresh start to 2026 and we remain fearless. And I think Baltimore's got a problem now. And that seat getting a little warmer there for Harbaugh. And I'm a big Harbaugh fan, but the way he managed most of that game, Derrick Henry should have been ridden. He should have been ridden. Now, that was a great game, very exciting. We give him credit. Once again, Mike Tomlin and the Steelers are showing that they have consistency and stability. But there is an argument that, all right, but have we leveled off here, right? This season went exactly the way we thought it would, right? We hoped, Jason, we said 4 months ago, with Aaron Rodgers, can they now get to that 12 to 13 win range and then actually make a dent? But instead, it's 9 to 10, and it feels like we've read this script before.
Scap, I want you to show some discipline here that Steve cannot. Could you celebrate? Just take your Tomlin hate off the table. You're a Pittsburgh Steeler fan. They make the playoffs in the most dramatic fashion possible. Aaron Rodgers dials back the clock and looks like the old Aaron Rodgers. I know you hate Tomlin and you want this thing to end. You did have to enjoy that game, no?
Well, let me just say this, Jason. Let's table the Tomlin stuff for a moment, okay? Let's talk specifically about the game itself. Look, if you're new to the sport of football, or if you didn't even watch the game at all, and you're just reading the recap of that fourth quarter, it is no doubt exhilarating. But let me just present this to you guys. The two back and forth go-ahead touchdowns were sheer and utter blown coverages by the defense. In the Ravens situation, the corner outright fell over at the snap. Like, he literally slipped, and Rodgers had literally a layup softball. And the Lamar Jackson one was even more outrageous. Guys, all three of us could have made that pass. Zay Flowers was completely and totally uncovered. There was nobody, Jason, within like a 30-yard quadrant of the field. And then, just when you thought you've seen it all, the Pittsburgh Steelers kicker Boswell, who hasn't missed an extra point in like 4 years, gagged on the EP, only to be outdone by, let me just go ahead and take a line from the legendary Peyton Manning from long ago. The idiot kicker, the rookie kicker for the Ravens, gags the 44. And I know it wasn't a gimme field goal, but we see every week, we see 60-plus yard field goals. Now, 44-yarder, right, set up perfectly in between the hashes, total gag job. That final segment of the fourth quarter was a comedy of errors to me. I mean, yes, it was exhilarating in the sense that it was all of the lead changes and then the last second walk-off loss by the Ravens. But really, just poor execution and bad plays routinely down the stretch by both of those teams.